I'm Sal.
I'm Beth.
We are the Brewery Lovers. First installment of California 2024.
God knows how many installments we did.
We did a lot of places.
We didn't do that many. We did 12.
12 places or 12 breweries?
12 breweries.
Okay.
We did some stuff that wasn't breweries.
Yeah, we did. More to come, obviously. Last year, we got to San Diego. We had like one nice day. Then it started raining.
Yeah.
And everywhere else in California was like blizzards. We just got out of Dodge. So this year we did some of the stuff that we had hoped to do last year, some of the places up north, mostly in the Central Valley, I think.
I would look at a map and call it Central California, but the people where we were referred to it as Northern California. So I think they think anything above LA
maybe
is Northern California.
Yes, we heard Central Valley mentioned a couple times. This video is two of the bigger ones, two of the destination breweries in Central California, Northern California.
Somewhere in California.
Lagunitas is in Petaluma, California. It's a kind of an original, old school kind of microbrewery. Like, they haven't built the big, giant thing, beer garden, like so many of the others have.
No, I know it's been purchased by, I guess, Heineken.
Yeah, it's not
but
really...
But it doesn't feel that way. It's still got a beautiful tasting room and beer garden and a nice atmosphere and a lot of taps. So it didn't feel like you were at, Budweiser Central.
No, they haven't really... they haven't done a lot with the tasting room. You'll see a lot of course, they do have a lot of fermentation space. Look at this.
Yes, they make a lot of beer.
And of course, the dog is everywhere. That's kind of their brand symbol.
Very cute dog.
He is cute. This really nice pavilion here. They're much bigger than the actual tasting room.
Yeah, it was lovely, and it was a drizzly day. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it was nice to have cover.
Yeah, and really a small, understated tasting room. I thought it would be some giant thing, like Russian River, which you'll see in a little bit. But that's not what it was. It was really kind of old school.
Yep. Bartender was great. Tons
of stuff on tap, including stuff that you can't get anywhere but the brewery. So even though this is not really, by today's definition, a craft brewery anymore, it still kind of is.
Yeah, it worked for me.
It's owned by Heineken. What are you going to do? That's the way the world's going. Did you want to mention any of the ones that we had that were unusual?
Well, this is not something I drank before so it kind of caught me off guard, but I had a chelada, Mexican lager with lime and salt. And it was so smooth and so tasty that out on the road when, we were buying beer at a convenience store, a gas station, occasionally I would pick up a can.
You can find that out west in a can. It's already like mixed salt and lime.
Yep.
And then Michelada is tomato, right?
Yeah, they do a rim treatment, and I think they add tomato juice.
Yeah, that's a little bit different.
So.
Michelada, Michelada, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, lots of interesting stuff on tap, including a farm ale called Hop Stupid. What was it called? Farm Stupid?
Yeah, Hop Stupid, I think. And they did one of their classic IPAs, and then they did it with a different yeast.
Okay.
Which I'm always fascinated by. People don't generally focus on what yeast does to the character,
but
it's
huge.
Definitely a thing. So it's fun when you can do a side-by-side and see the same wort was fermented with two different yeasts and how different that creates different character. Another
video back in Asheville, North Carolina.
Yeah, White Labs.
Yeah, we went
because they're a yeast place.
Went to a brewery that specializes in that, and all these beers were excellent. They really were. It's Lagunitas. You can't go wrong. The nice thing about Lagunitas being owned by a big brewery is you can get it just about anywhere. We've been in gas stations and truck stops that had like zero craft beer selection, but they had a Lagunitas IPA.
Yep.
In the cooler.
Yeah, it's great. Well, maybe it's just out west, but Voodoo Ranger and Lagunitas.
Yep.
The big cans, like oil cans.
Yeah, sometimes you see those as well.
So.
Of course, the other major California destination for beer nerds is Russian River. Russian River kind of invented double IPA in the United States with Pliny the Elder. They also make Pliny the Younger, which is an even bigger, giant
That was due to come out like 2
Yeah, we
weeks
missed it.
after we were there, so
we
we
literally
missed
just
that.
missed it, unfortunately, because you don't see that very often. You don't see Pliny the Elder very often. Every now and again, like they'll get 2 or 3 kegs will show up in the city of Philadelphia, and you have to know where to go to find it. It's really good. I mean, when it came out, it was really unusual because no one had done that before. Now everybody's got a double IPA, of course, but they were kind of the pioneers. At least that's the story.
Yep. And we were lucky we were able to get a Pliny the Elder when we were there.
But the original location in Santa Rosa was really cool. It was just had so much character.
It was a really pretty place.
It kind of looked like an old California roadhouse. And I also love the fact that they had all this Breweryana stuff around from other breweries, like old classic breweries, like Blatz and Hams from New York State. And just a really fun hang.
Right in the middle is Santa Rosa,
Yep.
which is cute.
There's a Jack's beer sign behind
We
you.
ordered 1 pint, and because we were splitting it, because we were doing other things that day, they split it into 2 glasses.
Yeah, it's nice.
That was really above and beyond and nice.
But then you go to this thing in Windsor. This place was just off the hook. This is the new brewery, tasting room, restaurant that they built when Pliny the Elder became such a thing. I mean, there were times where you had to stand in line to get Pliny the Elder. It was kind of the West Coast version of Heady Topper for a while. Probably not so much anymore since they expanded. But look at this place. It's just crazy. And they were actively brewing the day we were there. We were actually here twice. You'll see.
Yeah, we hit it on the way up, and then we hit it back on the way down. Because one of the reasons why we went there twice, aside from the fact that the beer is so good, is they allow RVs to stay in their parking lot. They come, you just have to give them your license tag number and your make and model of your car. They want to know that you're there, but they let you stay there.
It's really kind of nice.
Every brewery did that.
We've been kicked out of breweries, as you've learned if you watch our channel. But not this one. This is a good place. This is a safe place to stay overnight, and the beer's amazing, so what's not to like? But the place is drop dead gorgeous. I mean, look at this, like living room,
This beautiful
fireplace.
sitting area.
Yeah.
Really, there was food, so there was a nice dining area, big kitchen.
Yep.
More than one bar, outdoor seating.
That's a little tiny pilot brewery for show. That's not the brewery, obviously.
The brewery, you can do a self-guided walking
Yeah.
tour. So you're up on a 2nd floor hallway looking down through windows.
And this is the other bar. They had 2 bars in the tasting room. Not a nice day to sit on the patio, but a really big patio would be a really great place to sip
Hang
your
out.
beer on a warm day. We didn't get a warm day, however. Bartender was excellent. He knew the product. He was on top of things. So that's Pliny the Elder, I'm sure, because that was the first thing we ordered when we got there.
Mm-hmm.
On the first visit, we did go twice.
And Blind Pig, which is the West
Blind Pig
Coast
is the
IPA.
West Coast. A couple of other things here. And we didn't really like any of these beers. The glasses just had holes in them. They were faulty glasses. But then the pièce de résistance was the flight.
This is the reason why we went back.
One of everything. We saw somebody order one of these on the first visit, and we weren't really prepared for it. So we said, well, if we come back, we'll do it. And we did.
Yes.
Because we wanted to go back anyway, because it's a really not a nice area. It's a great place to stay if you're in an RV, which we are. But this was literally one of everything.
There was 19 beers on this flight. The rack is set up for 18, and then he had to add the 19.
He had the 19th, yeah. But what a...
But they're all labeled with bottle caps, like you know exactly what you're drinking. They're not probably optimal temperature by the time you've made it through, but they are set up so that the ones that should be consumed colder
Or poured last.
are poured last and up front. And
they also, the thing about Russian Rivers, they have a California West Coast program and they have a Belgian program. And they're both phenomenal. You just can't go wrong there. And it's, again, this is why you visit breweries, because you get stuff that you'll never find any of this stuff in a grocery store. Probably not even Pliny the Elder, especially on the East Coast.
No, not on.
But Russian River is definitely a destination brewery, and put it on your list for sure. The cool thing for us is, even though it was crappy weather, we went twice. Both times got a rainbow. How's that for planning?
Well, when you get rain all the time.
I think it was Beth's doing. I think she's a really good planner. She just included
I
this.
can plan for rainbows, yeah.
Yeah, she knew. She just included it as a little icing on the cake. Good?
Yep.
Cheers.
Cheers. Welcome to California.
We'll be here a while.